Good evening and welcome to Underpowered. This is the Pokemon Hour. And with me tonight are, two of my favorite hosts. Two of my favorite hosts of the many. The Pokemon professor himself, Casey Kuhl, and Shelby Stokes with his second visit to the Pokemon Hour. Welcome to you both. I'm so happy to have you here. Tonight is the rough 1 year anniversary of the very first episode of the Pokemon Hour. And I wanted to just have you both on to celebrate and, to thank you both. You've both been supportive in one way, shape, or another. You both have inspired me in one way or another. And so cheers to you guys and cheers to you in the chat for joining us tonight. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone.
Cheers.
Shelby, you drinking a bubbly?
Good work. Yeah, I got a daddy bubbly on today.
I got a bubbly too.
Oh, dude, you got to go with the blue can. Okay, this is pineapple coconut. Ooh. Yeah, it has an identity.
Does that taste like? I feel like that tastes like suntan lotion. I'm drinking orange cream, a creamsicle.
Oh, fancy. Nothing like 0 calorie water for adults. Yes, that is how we do it. Yeah. Well, here we are. Pokemon Hour. Congratulations, Eric. An entire year of content going out. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
Some epic pulls.
Crazy to think we've been at this for 12 months already, man. It seems like yesterday and so long ago all at the same time. So way to stick with it.
No, it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate it. The inspiration of this is of course me and Casey's our a childhood summer of playing Game Boy in my garage with link cables and Pokemon, and it kind of evolved, pun intended, from there.
Garage, my house, my room, sleepovers. Yes. We played that, and then we've been talking about Pokemon for 24 some odd years.
More than half of our lives, 3/4,
25
of our lives. Of our lives. So
when you say it like that, it feels way longer. More than half of our lives.
It's crazy. It could be a
60% of our existence has been spent on Pokemon.
Something we don't do a lot of, and I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm going to start issuing it in chat. Some battles amongst the Pokemon fans in Scarlet Violet. Like, I like to throw down. I want to see what some of you guys got. I know Haste has some good Pokemon. I know you have some decent one. Hunter does. The people in our Discord have a bunch, and I want to start being like Friday night fights, bro. But it's our grown-up digital dog fighting ring.
Yeah. Well, so we're obviously here because of Pokemon, and whether you love Pokemon or you don't like Pokemon or you're indifferent to Pokemon, it's hard to ignore Pokemon. And Shelby, I know what the Casey's love for Pokemon. I know my love for Pokemon. Where are you on the Pokemon scale? Where are you?
Yeah, where are you on the Pokemon spectrum?
I know you've attested to only no grass energy, but
only grass energy for me. That's the only energy I bring to the table. Pokemon's great. Pokemon's there. I haven't really been able to enjoy the games fully as an adult. I have a feeling that I'm going to hit a point with my kiddos where it's like, yes, I'm going to go hard on Pokemon. Yes. I haven't quite hit that yet, but I will say I just got her into like a Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and she is like obsessed.
Has she seen the first two?
I'm showing her the first two after watching the third.
Oh,
she saw the third and she's like, I loved it. And I was like, did you know there's two more? She's like, no.
And a Christmas special?
Yeah. And then today I rolled up on her and she's watching the Christmas special in the middle of August. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So, somehow I've turned this conversation from Pokemon to Guardians, but essentially what I'm getting at is like my kid is in the prime to be poisoned with a love of Pokemon, and it is on the horizon. I can tell.
I think your house is going to be a Lorcana house, and we're going to have Lorcana Hour.
Ooh.
I'm a big talk before release. That's for sure.
But you're a Disney lover. You like Disney, like Marvel. That would make sense. That's like your wheelhouse.
Lorcana looks cool. I do have the Pokemon stuff. I have a couple of things on my shelf that are Pokemon, so I enjoy it.
You've got a graded Beedrill.
I do.
Beedrill is a very much a Shelby Pokemon. From Skyrim. You know what else Shelby has that I think you should crack open tonight? A Lord of the Rings pack.
Dude, that's in a box, don't break glass type situation.
Well, you're hoping out. But Post Malone.
What we are going to break tonight, though, is I do have this box, a Japanese 151. We are going to open this throughout the show. This is the hot set from Japan. It's not out in English yet. It comes out next month. But this is all the original 151 Pokemon. So, Shelby, I know we're gonna have maybe the Pokemon Snake Draft later on. So if you need some ideas, you might be scouting.
Gen Oneer.
You might be scouting for some names here. We might get into that later. Let's. What I did want to do throughout the show tonight is kind of show, and you'll both be seeing later on in your own clips, some of the top 5, not some of the top 5 clips from the Pokemon Hour, and I kind of want to relive some of these moments here, and so this is number 5. This is from the Unified Minds and Crown Zenith opening. Probably in terms of like dollar cards that I pulled in an opening, the biggest. So let's take a look at this if you guys don't mind.
I see 2 Erics.
Yes, there's 2 of them. What do they do? They're talking at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you get the Lumen Neon.
Yep.
And then you start to see it. And look at your face. It's like you found out who Luke's father was.
Yes.
It's just
Well,
donut.
That was a truly epic moment on the Pokemon Hour. And I actually have that card right here.
Oh, you got it graded. That's right.
That's right. In a PSA 10. Most recently sold that I could find in it sold, I think, about a month ago in a PSA 10 for $585.
Whoa.
So every single one of these top moments is going to include, where did Casey go? He disappeared. It's unfortunate. It's going to include the card that was pulled graded. So I think that's
pretty impressive. Now, that is a tag team card? That is a team up card. So you have Raichu and who else?
Raichu and a Alolan Raichu.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was so. I went on a small tear every year. I get a nice little bonus from work, and so I decided to rip a few vintage. I don't want to say vintage, but a couple generation old boxes, and this was the first one. And Unified Minds had a few really, really good hits in there for me, and this was obviously the big one. This essentially paid for the box itself, which when you open boxes that are a couple generations old, that's kind of the thing that happens. It's very high risk. It's holding on to sealed stuff really, really, really pays off if you're patient, which I am not.
Dude, that is such a cool looking card though. Like the yellow, the black, the reflective graphic pipe. I mean, it's just a nice card around. It's just fun to look at. And I think that's one thing that I've really come to appreciate after watching your show and kind of digging into the Pokemon content is the art is probably the coolest part of the cards for me. Like I've never had a fond love of like playing the cards. It's been more the collection, and the appreciation of the art is pretty high in my book.
Yeah, and the collecting part is really big for me, and that's one of the big things. That's one of the big things I enjoy about Pokemon. That's one of the things that I think is really cool about Pokemon is there's so many ways that you can kind of enjoy that universe and just kind of enjoy different sort of different hobbies within Pokemon. So that being said, I think as I removed it, I'm going to bring it back here. We are going to rip into this box. So 151, I believe it's 20 packs. So we're gonna rip a few of these now. And as I said earlier, this is of the original. It's a Japanese box, so it's a little different. This is from the original 151 Pokemon. So every single one of these are OG Pokemon. Every single one of these if you've been out of Pokemon for a while, or if you're a Gen 1er, you'll appreciate this set. And
that's cool. We got Spulio in the chat. Spulio, what's up? Happy anniversary is right. We made it 1 year. And we're gonna bust a few packs as a celebration, I think.
I do not see Spool in the chat. Is that YouTube? Oh, Oh, there he is. There he is. I see him now.
Yeah, for some
This
reason
is
his first message didn't come through, but I see his second one. Yeah, 4 months, woohoo, thank you. And I'm here for the first Gen 151. Let's make it
right.
happen.
That's right.
Here we
So
go. What's Spoolio's favorite Pokemon card? Do you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna speak for Mr. Spoolio.
It's probably like a Diglett.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Diglett.
You can't go. A Zard.
Charizard for sure. Well, we might get lucky.
Whoa!
There's our first Master Ball. So I was just about to talk about Master Ball cards. So reverse hollows in 151, and we'll see more of these. So it's one per box, so it's fun that we're seeing it in the first pack. But reverse hollows, if you see, you can see the M for Master Ball. These are super limited edition. These are super hard to pull. Like I said, one per box, and we just pulled the first pack.
Whoa!
First pack we got it. And it's a good one. It's a Flareon. It's an evolution. So
dude, now that is a pretty looking card.
And we're going to go right into a Venusaur EX. So a double banger right off the bat on the Pokemon Hour. Two awesome OG Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, these Master Ball cards, this is probably, just from what I've seen, $50, $60 raw.
Whoa. Dude, that Venusaur is super pretty too.
What did I just walk into?
Dude, you just walked into a double banger, man.
Banger.
Things
So
are going
I
down.
didn't even get the chance to explain the Master Ball reverse hollows, and I pulled the Flareon Master Ball reverse hollow.
So what's the bigger pool, the EX or the Flareon?
Oh, the Flareon, the Master Ball.
Really?
Oh yeah. The Master Ball Pikachu is like $200 raw, not even in a 10, but raw. And then yeah, we get the double banger with the Venusaur EX.
I'd be more excited about the EX, but that's cool that the reverse Master Balls are. They made something like a different chase card. That's rad.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I think that's super cool that they did that. So
Flareon is the worst EV though. I'm gonna say
in my opinion it is. I think Vaporeon gets the love. I actually pulled from, and it was on the last episode. I actually pulled the Jolteon Master Ball, and I think that was like last sold at like $68. So
sorry, Eric, I messed up with our settings.
it's all good. That was just the first pack.
Dude,
First pack. Cheers
out of the gate. Look
pack.
at that.
Woo. Cheers.
That's crazy. Nice.
Noise. 151 rum. All these Pokemon.
Tech 9? Is that a Tech 9 reference?
Dude, is Tech 9 still around? What's going on? Have they downsized? Are they now Tech 8? Is that how that works?
So what happens to rappers these days? Do they don't die anymore? Do they go to jail?
I mean, DMX died.
No, they perform in casinos. That's right.
No, they perform at clubs.
There's Dig Trio. That's my boy.
Go Trio. That one looked like it was made of clay.
That's a triple bump right there.
Yeah.
That's a cool Electabuzz.
I know Eminem released a new diss album that's been trending.
So this is a regular reverse hollow. As you can see, no Master Ball.
The Master Ball cards.
Yes.
The Master Ball.
As we move into a Nidoking. So
A Nerdo King!
oh, Nidoking's got a cool card in this set. Nidoking's got a what? I always thought Nidoking was never appreciated. Poison types are never appreciated.
No, but in speedruns, those like world speedruns, that's like the most important Pokemon in Pokemon Red speedruns.
Nidoking?
Yeah, they get that really fast because you can evolve it like right away and just start crushing people because you have like a tier 3 Pokemon.
Who's like the most underrated Pokemon of all the Pokemons?
Bidoof.
Bidoof. He's got a name. His name is Bidoof.
I'm going to go with Slowbro, actually, as we move into... Oh, we get a Caterpie special art card. Look at that.
Whoa.
Look at that.
I like that they're doing cooler art on their cards than the past.
Dude, he's special. He's special carding all over that deal. What is going on with that little... Is there 2 of them in there?
Yes, he's looking at a Caterpie above it, and then there's a Metapod in the underneath it off to the side.
They have done such a good job with these new artworks.
Yeah.
And this, do we have a double banger? No, we don't, but we got Dragonite. I'm always happy to see Dragonite. I'm always
I
happy.
was just so happy.
I'm happy. But his evolution doesn't look anything like the first two. It's like blue snake, big yellow dragon.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all right.
And that's frustrating for me in Pokemon Unite. Like going like once I get to Dragonite, it's like, oh, here we go. Like,
Dragonite's like Puff the Magic Dragon of the Pokemon community, I feel like.
Dragonite was always the saddest evolution of the dragons. I think
You're like, oh.
I'm a Hufflepuff. That's the Dragonite.
He could have been cooler. But he's very good.
That's
like,
the most underrated Pokemon right there, Slowbro.
I agree,
Bro,
especially in Pokemon Unite.
Why does he have a cone? He can't even fit into his shell. What's this guy doing?
No, it's his tail that he uses to fish shoulders, and a shoulder attaches to it, and they become one, and it becomes sentient to his mind.
And to become one. Oh, this Gloomer, he's drinking on the job right here.
There's a Ditto. Another underrated Pokemon.
I think he's perfectly rated because everyone uses it to breed Pokemon. Everyone knows you need a Ditto.
Everyone knows you need a Ditto. So this will be
Dude, Ditto's the stag of the group. He's just like rolling around. Like people rent him for a weekend. Is that how it goes?
Ditto's the D&D bard. He is seducing all the time. He lives in the Poke Daycare. Hey, I need 6 Charizard eggs. Here's my Charizard. See you guys later.
Ditto puts him to sleep or he wakes him up, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Ditto. He is a machine. Ditto is a machine.
Right, we got Onyx. And all right, we're going Gyarados.
Ooh, Gyarados looks real upset in that one.
So, Shelby, okay, I want to go through. Shelby, you played the red and blue.
I played red and blue. I played red or blue. I don't know. I think probably red.
Or yellow.
I think red. I think yellow.
Okay.
I don't know if I
Game Boy Advance. Any Game Boy Advance ones?
Oh yeah, Game Boy Advance for sure.
You played Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, one of those 3?
Yeah, one of those. Maybe Sapphire.
And then Sapphire.
Did you play red or blue? That's a good question. That was a long time ago.
I
definitely played a handheld version, and I want to say it was red.
Yeah,
Eric that could have been Ruby too.
For the Game Boy. And then did you play any on the DS or 3DS?
I don't believe I did. I was just playing Picross that entire generation. Like if you needed me, I was playing Picross. That is one of the best games ever made.
I think your return to form was Pokemon Sword.
That's right. Yes.
Pokemon Sword is great. Pokemon Sword is great. That's a game, and I'm gonna stand up on a soapbox here for a second. Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's a game that's going to age very well in about 2 generations. You're going to look back at Sword and Shield. You're going to Sword and Shield was really good. Sword and Shield was awesome. Sword and Shield was ahead of its time, and Sword and Shield still looks better than Scarlet and Violet.
Ouch!
It just does. It does. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. It's true. It's true. As Kurt Angle said, it's damn true. I love Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet is great fun. I'm having a blast. I'm not going to go back to Sword and Shield because I think Scarlet and Violet's awesome. But
the raids are nice.
The raids are so much fun. My friends are playing it. It's awesome. And speaking of Scarlet and Violet, we just had a big announcement today, didn't we, with Mew and Mewtwo? I think that's really cool. So
actually,
we are going to have the first legendary raid, Mewtwo. 7-star raid. And what do we know? What do we know, Casey, about Mewtwo so far?
So Mewtwo is a Pokemon that was made in a lab in South America.
True.
February something. He's made from using it. No.
Which country in South America is it? If it was
Brazil?
Argentina? No, if it was Argentina, realistically, it could have been the Germans.
Oh God! Oh no! You rock it.
Wait, was it made in a lab? Was this commissioned to be made in a lab?
If you go to Cinnabar Island, you have
is Mewtwo Red Skull?
Oh, geez.
Basically.
Dude, I feel like you could set up a team that was that theme. I feel like we could get there, right?
Mewtwo and Red Skull. That could be on a Smash team. Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
I'd rock that
No,
too.
Mewtwo's in Pokemon Unite right now too, and
Yes.
they're gonna make it a 7-star raid. 7-star raids are the hardest raids. The thing it's like called Mightiest Mark, and the cool thing about those raids, if you do it, you get a Pokemon that it's built. Like you don't have to put stats into it. You don't have to do any of it. You have a level 100 with max everything. That Nintendo's like, hey, we made a really cool Pokemon that you could just throw on something if you want to play someone and like beat them, right? They've been doing a lot of cool giveaways right now. They announced the Mewtwo today, and the code, and the Mew is free. And I think the code for Mew, if you go down, is it there, Eric?
Let's take a look here. Mewtwo will be a Psychic Terror raid. So
Yes.
that's actually
Grim Dark and Bugs, Grimmsnarl. Oh, the password is get your Mew.
Get your Mew.
It's not-
Mew is spelled with a
it's not-
0.
So with a pure Psychic Mew, what? So these raids have, no matter what, there's been some kind of a challenge. We thought Rillaboom, oh, no sweat. That was tough. That was tricky. That took us a few tries. It seems like they're throwing a fastball down the middle. Here's Mewtwo, Psychic Terra, but it's like a 106-mile-an-hour heater. It's like the fastest of the fastballs. Like, is he going to be able to recover? Is that something we're going to have to deal with? The thing about
what we were not in, like Rillaboom, we thought we'd walk through. So the thing about this, Shelby, that they've really done is you can solo it, and there's people that make solo builds and can crush it, but some of them it's really hard. And some of them they've now designed to be like, no, you're going to need a group that's competent on like, hey, you have to cheer, you have to heal, you have to debuff, you have to do this. And this is this. I don't know. I think there's a lot of things that can counter Mewtwo these days because there's so many damn Pokemon.
Dude, it's Mewtwo. He's like he's the one though. He's like
No,
the god mode, right?
Arceus is the god. That's the whole thing. We know that there's Mewtwo's cool because you made it in the lab, but if you really like, there's a Poke God.
They named a game after Arceus, right? I mean, he's got to be god tier.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Shelby used all legendary team. He had 6 Mewtwo's.
That would be me. Yeah. Oops, all Mewtwo's. That would be me for sure.
No, Mewtwo is personally my favorite legendary. I think Rayquaza's up there too, but Mewtwo just the first time you face Mewtwo in Pokemon Red and Blue, it's just
when you finally get to that cave.
When you finally get to the cave and you're like, oh, I'll just catch him with an Ultra Ball, and it's no. You understand why you need your Master Ball. He's just next level.
Like Zapdos or Snorlax.
Yeah, it's Mewtwo. It has to be Mewtwo. So powerful.
Here's my thought on Master Balls. If we're also like, I feel like if you use your Master Ball, it should automatically be like, hey, use it on this. It's a great poke. It's the best. Like you get the EV, IV. It's like there should be something.
Oh, I agree, 100%. 100%. It should be like it should.
If you use on a Rattata, that's going to be the best Rattata that has ever been.
Absolutely. Not only that, it should evolve right then and there, even if it's level 2.
Yeah.
Mewtwo's coming up. That's coming. That's down the road. So Dark type, Ghost type. There's a lot of options to go at Mewtwo with. So, my suggestion though is still be on your guard because you
Grimmsnarl.
Grimmsnarl. My Grimmsnarl's built. My Grimmsnarl's built to support, and he'll be out there. He'll be supporting. So maybe you'll be joining me. Maybe you'll be joining us in some Pokemon world. I'm not sure, but that's down the road. That's very exciting stuff. Definitely.
Yeah, I think it's. And they announced like the DLC too for the expansion of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And what's cool about that is they showed some more Paradox Pokemon. They're releasing more Pokemon, more Pokemon. The Pokemon company has really figured out how to milk this cycle to get everybody like, we're gonna do it. Oh, you're doing the thing. All right, cool. Yes, good. Please do the thing. Yes, okay. Like we know. And then they're gonna. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Actually. Something I wanted to talk about too. So PAX is coming up, And Eric, sorry to jack the show. I don't know when next time we meet, but we're talking
Hijacked.
Pod Jack, new segment. It's called Jack in the Pod, where you steal it.
Jack in the Pod.
Or actually, why don't we open some and I can talk about this
Well,
one?
no. Let's. So the next segment. So actually,
Oh.
we'll take what you got.
Okay.
Put it on pause. Like
Put it right here in my Pokeball hat.
Yep. It's right there. We're gonna move into our number 4.
There we go.
Our number 4 moment from the Pokemon Hour,
Do it.
from the past year, and I'll set this one up. This is the best of these boxes I pulled, which is unfortunate, because at the end of this I'll be making a small, not really announcement, but just kind of explaining some stuff. But this is from the Poke Power box. I've been opening a number of these mystery boxes. They're a lot of fun. They're, in terms of mystery boxes, they're up there in terms of good. In what they guarantee, it's pretty good. The chase cards are pretty good. And this is actually the first time I hit a big chase. And let's talk about let's take a look at this.
Would Larry David be proud? Would it be that good?
It's pretty.
So the Typhlosion.
Typhlosion's pretty good.
The Typhlosion was pretty cool. I looked this card up after the opening, and this was about 250, 280. There it is even in an 8, even in a near min 8. This is the second best card in the Neo Genesis set. The first card being the Lugia. But yeah, there are 2 Typhlosions, and this particular, the number 17 is the one that you want. Is the big one. That's the big money card, and that was pulled on the Pokemon Hour. It was pulled on the Pokemon Hour. So we're going to move right into our next 5 packs. And I will say, since I see Spool in the chat,
Spool brings the thunder.
Spool brings the thunder. I wanted to include the podcast episode where it was you, me, and Casey, and we pulled.
And I said no.
We pulled the Mega Rayquaza, but unfortunately, that was not done on the Pokemon Hour. So by technicality, that one did
That's
not.
true. We were just doing a pod.
We were doing a pod. Casey's like, "Hey, do you have a 6-pack?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a 6-pack." We'll open up that 6-pack.
And there were some good pulls.
There were some. That pull was amazing. So yeah, this card in a Master Ball is bank.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know, because it's Pikachu.
Ooh,
what do we got here? We've got a Dragonair.
Nice. Your chase card is the Blastoise EX card, correct?
Correct. And what do we have behind?
But it's the Ultra one. And speaking of EX, we get an
Alakazam
Alakazam.
EX. So we got another double banger.
I feel like as a kid, there's 2 camps: kids that like Gengar and kids that like Alakazam. And kids who like Gengar are way cooler. I'm in that camp.
Dude, Alakazam all day, man. Dude beds spoons just for funsies.
I know. So I've got to make a case though. I'm sorry, I have to make a case though for Hypno. I feel like Hypno gets left out. I think Hypno's a little underrated. No, you suck. I think Hypno's a little underrated. I think Hypno flies under the radar. But it's also because I think 2-stage evolution Pokemon, 3 stages is just more fun. Let's be honest.
Haunter's cooler than Gengar. You've heard it here first, folks.
That's not a take that I have.
That's not the
first time I've heard that take, and
it's bad.
Listen, Spool once played through Red and Blue just to trade with himself, so he knows better.
That's the move. No, you just start a new game and you give yourself all 3 starters. It's the pro move. The Pokédex entry I always remember for Alakazam was its brain can outperform.
That's a cool Magmar. Sorry.
I don't know. Magmar's head is just, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Magmar has one of the best anime episodes because it fights Charizard Volcano. Ooh, speaking of, we got a Volcano Firepower, Ninetales.
I was hoping for the Charizard.
That would have been cool. That would have been very serendipitous.
I'd like to pull that Charizard.
Dude, get that Zard. So speaking of packs, what were you saying, Casey? You about to go and battle people? You about to earn your badges?
No, with PAX and the Nintendo announcement coming up, and Nintendo has now said there's going to be a new system. I think they're going to show something in September.
I mean, they probably should, right? I mean, they have all the rumblings on the Switch too. They have to come out with something out of the gate. I've also heard speculation of a new Mario Kart, which makes sense. Like, obviously, they're not doing Zelda anytime soon.
I don't know. I think the new Mario Kart would come with it, but the Mario Kart 8's launch just now, like they're still putting out that DLC. I don't think you're getting new Mario Kart for a long time,
dude. But I mean, the same thing with Smash.
Dr. Zubat out there, whoever you are.
What the heck do you do when you have games as a service and you got Kart and you got Smash?
What do we have?
Oh, we got a big pull here. Hold on. I don't know if Sakurai's gonna do a Smash. Okay, got Silver. Cool. Ooh.
We got Charizard!
Wow.
We got Charizard!
Wow! Wow!
We've got a heavy left side Charizard. That's not a 10, but
dude, we're clipping. Wow. I'm making a clip of that. Where it's like, oh, is it gonna be the Charizard pull? And I'm gonna say it would be very serendipitous, and I'm cutting the disc like it happened.
I mean, that's a gorgeous card, guys.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can see how off center that is left to right. That's a 9 at best. Still gonna grade that. That'll hit a 9, but oh wow.
Yeah.
We hit the Zard, boys.
Yeah.
The Zard, dude, it's been a good pack. We can get some hits out of this thing.
Is it because the boys are together? Is that is it
the Triforce?
Hey.
Yes.
Shelby is definitely wisdom.
Well, I'm the good luck charm because last time I was on the Pokemon Power Hour, I think I tanked every pack. Remember, we had like half of a pull one time, and I'm like, "Is that good?" And you're like, "No," and I'm like, "Oh."
You know, I think that night was better than you remember.
Okay.
Shelby fully redeemed himself tonight. But the thing we're talking about, games as a service, I think Nintendo shows something at Nintendo World. Excellent poll. I think Nintendo is smiling on us like, hey, you're calling this right too. Dang, that's a nice card.
Wow.
And
was that pack number 3 from I think so. I think so.
If you get the Blastoise one too, we're ending the pod. It's over. This is the last episode.
So 151 does have God packs.
Yeah.
And the God packs are basically the full evolution line of 2 of the 3 starters.
Nice. So, okay. My thing is, I think the Super Switch, I'm fighting for that name right now, in a couple weeks, or say something about it at that Nintendo thing at PAX, the Nintendo Day. Mm-hmm. And then I think it launches in February of 2024 or March.
I mean, 2024.
I think new Mario.
It seems, but new Mario, like Mario,
like a Odyssey, a Galaxy, something, a 3D world Mario, a full Mario.
Dude, give me a new Galaxy. Galaxy was so good.
Give me more Odyssey. Odyssey's good. Odyssey's great.
I think Galaxy's better. Galaxy's way better, man. The planets.
Galaxy's aged like a fine wine. Galaxy's still good.
So big. Yeah, I need to go back and play Odyssey. I don't think I ever finished Odyssey, to be honest with you.
Dude, you gotta go to the dark side of the moon, brother.
Yeah, I didn't get that far. Like I saw credits, but I didn't go and like do everything.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, the Starmie.
Yeah, the Starmie with like the.
Starmie's great. Starmie, Eric, look at it. Starmie's or Staryu. Staryu is really good. Starmie is one of the fastest Pokemon. It can learn lightning. It can learn electric move. It can learn psychic moves. It has like in the early game. I used to always rock a Starmie, and because I always pick grass or if I didn't pick a Blastoise, I'd always have a Starmie with my.
Blastoise was my guy, so.
My guy.
My guy.
So, what do you think of that prediction, Shelby? March 2024?
I mean, spring 24. Sure. Like, I mean, knowing Nintendo, they have to plan something with a game, right? Like something with a game.
All this is the end of a cycle. We've all learned that now. Whenever new Zelda, this thing's move. They're moving guard. They can't go back to a console. Like just they can't go back. Broken Skull, Stone Cold with us helping out tonight with Steve Austin, the Texas Rattlesnake himself. But
woo, so excited.
I bet you are, Eric. I know you keep saying something like they need to make a strong system. Do you really think Nintendo is going to be in that game? Like that's for them?
No,
It's
no, that ship's already sailed. Like I don't think so. Like they're playing in
Yeah.
their own leg, and like honestly, they've set up a system that can't compete with like high graphic systems, and they're
Right.
just not going to. Like
Yeah.
they've never catered to third party producers. They're not going to start today. They have enough first party content that's carried the Switch. The thing that I'm mainly scared of with Nintendo is the fact that they have to continually repeat brilliance in order to keep their consoles alive.
well,
Right. So the only reason the Switch is done the way what it's done is because they banged it out of the park with Zelda out of the gate, and then the other first party stuff they came out with continued to hit pretty well. Maybe not all of it was mainstream, but it was all quality enough to carry that console through 7 years. And here we are, they're like capstoning it, or they're bookending it with a second Zelda. Like I don't know what that next title is for them, but they're gonna have to bring it in order to sell consoles.
so
Eric?
I mean, I agree. I agree with everything you're saying. My perception on Nintendo is that Nintendo is a niche it's a niche video game market.
Yeah.
Too unique.
They make good games. That's the niche. You want to
no,
make really
no,
good
no,
games.
The niche is not the games. The niche is the franchises.
Yeah.
I took a long. I thought for a long time about the next generation console and when would I get it? And the honest answer is, what games do I play exclusive to Nintendo are worth buying a console over? And the answer is the next Pokemon Legends game.
Also for Eric,
For me,
Animal Crossing.
you know what? I would think hard. I'd think about it.
You love yourself some Animal Crossing.
I
But
love
I
myself
think
some
you
Animal
bring up
Crossing.
a really good point, Eric. Like you said, niche gamers are on Nintendo, and I think that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Because the way that the market is kind of going into one console or a computer or something of that nature, like in a world where Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley exist, like you can't ignore Stardew Valley because of Animal Crossing, if
Right.
that makes sense. So as long as they're able to hold the market on some of those franchises, great. But you're seeing a lot of those jewels in their cap be duplicated or done better elsewhere.
Well,
And if they run out of aces, I think they're going to be in trouble.
The other thing though is look how many games they have in their library right now. Right? Like they're like, hey, we'll bring this old game. We'll get this new game. We got this. A lot of $20 games. A lot of this game. A lot of these. A lot of that.
I mean, the same can be said about the PlayStation Store. The same can be
Yeah.
said about. So, I mean, realistically, for the complete gamer, I think the complete gamer has to have a Nintendo, and I think the complete gamer also has to have a PS3, Xbox, or PC, whichever one of their choice is able to play. I mean, it really comes down to the exclusives at that point. My
Yes.
preference has always been PlayStation. I've got a nice computer, so
So you have
think
Game
I've got
Pass
the
now,
whole-
which is
Game
like
Pass
a
right now,
game changer.
which is I think better than an Xbox because I think my computer's going to last a lot longer than an Xbox. So
Yes.
I think you got to have in this day and age, in order to experience the entire world of gaming, you can't have one console. You just can't. You have to be able to have, unfortunately, multiple sources to get to gaming. And I would love there to be a point where on my TV I could have the Nintendo service, I could have the PlayStation service, or PlayStation, the PlayStation service, be able to play them both directly from my TV, and then have my computer, which I have Game Pass. I think that would be an ideal world, and I think there is a console free world out there at some point, gentlemen.
I think you're exactly right. I mean, Game Pass has basically
Maybe your
created a
TV.
model, right?
Yeah.
Like
Or
Game
your
Pass
app.
is basically a proof of concept,
Yeah.
and all
Sheldon
the
had
other
been saying this for
titles can
years.
follow suit.
It's going to be your app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There at some point, you're going to have to buy it's going to be the next smart TV. It's going to have it's going to have everything built in to run those apps, to run those games, and your TV is going to be a computer.
I would say like where the Switch has found its market is in the handheld like port market. Like they have
Oh, it
basically
has been,
said,
dude.
here, buy this for Zelda, and then we're also going to port a whole bunch of low impact computer games over here, and you can play a lot of them there. That's been that device for me. In a world where the Steam Deck is alive, if tomorrow Steam came out and said, hey, here's an easy way to plug in Game Pass on your Steam Deck, I would be sold tomorrow, and I'd be hard pressed to look at a Switch too.
So,
But in a world where that doesn't exist, I think
that's the
Switch
other
still
thing.
has a place.
Price point, right? Price point.
well,
It's really going to come down to that.
I think ultimately what it comes down to is everything becomes a streaming service. It's at some point, what's the difference between your top iPhone or your top Android device and your Switch? What's the difference? The size of the screen?
The iPhone is the strongest of the three. That's the difference.
So I mean, what I'm saying is,
And
at some-
in all seriousness,
what I'm saying is at some point, is it going to make more sense for Nintendo to just completely get out of the manufacturing end, stay in the gaming end,
and just make
and
games
just
make
say,
an app.
hey,
I
and
mean,
just everything
yeah,
just
but
becomes-
we know how good Nintendo is at internet. You know what I mean?
they
Like,
suck at the internet, and that's something that the if they have their stuff on the iPhone, it's fixed.
So
Yeah.
Microsoft was going to offer him like $52 billion, and they laughed at them. Like, no. And I'm kind of curious, like, I wonder what their number is. Like, what would Apple have to be like, hey, we need a gaming division? I always think about that. Apple and Nintendo would be a great marriage in that if Apple said, you just do our video game stuff, and we just want it on our phones.
And
that's it.
Honestly,
Here's the
Nintendo and
thing,
iPhone crossover is probably really high, and
Here's-
I'm in the other camps on both of those.
Here's
Like I boycott Apple.
You can see
and
it, right?
Nintendo walled garden. I can't.
Here's-
Nope. Give me an
here's-
Android. Give me an Xbox. Burn everything else.
Here's the thing: if Nintendo does not learn from the past, they are doomed to repeat it. And the last time they passed on a kick-ass collaboration was with Sony, and they created
the disk
one
drive.
of their they created one of their biggest competitors in doing that.
Yep,
So
yep.
it's fun to see this stuff. It's fun to talk about this stuff. But I want to talk
I want
about
to talk about lanes, Eric.
I want to talk about some Pokemon Unite, and this is a segment that I'm also going to call Shelby. Let's get you playing some Pokemon Unite.
Yeah, it's
And-
called Shelby.
You want me
play
to
some
pick the
games
lane,
with us.
not the middle. That's my lane. Stay out of the middle. There's
No.
too much noise. Go up or go down. Never go into the center of the map. That's
Well,
been my
this is going to be kind of a very and I kind of want to talk about Pokemon Unite a little bit more throughout the Pokemon Hour in coming episodes. But
My
this
favorite thing about it is that Eric had to finally acknowledge that it was a good recommendation for me.
It was not just
2
a good
years
rec-
after the fact.
It was not just a good recommendation; it was a great recommendation. So Pokemon Unite has kind of taken hold of a few of us. It's my first MOBA. I can't speak to any other MOBAs, but Shelby, you should definitely download this. It's free on your Switch, and
phone.
or on your phone. It's better on the Switch, much better on the Switch. Don't download it on your phone. Don't download it on your phone. Download it on your Switch.
Or
and
both.
this
If
is
you want
ju-
to play it on the toilet. I mean,
So the unfortunate reality with Pokemon Unite is it's not a game that's really friendly for you to just kind of jump in and just I'm gonna figure things out and I'm gonna do whatever because it's a team based game. So if you're gonna jump into Pokemon Unite and this is for any beginner, anybody that might be thinking about playing Pokemon Unite, or we might be using peer pressure to download Pokemon Unite onto his own Switch and play Pokemon Unite with us.
we absolutely are.
We
I
absolutely
mean,
are.
I have it. I finally figured out how to get all the pips off the menu. It only took me 35 minutes.
So yeah, and that sucks. That is really annoying. Pokemon Unite, do better. That's really
Like,
annoying.
where are all these notifications coming from? I haven't looked in this panel. I don't
hate
understand.
that crap. I hate
So, that is weird. And then you're like, okay, I gotta take 10 minutes to re-update my pips because I want to get all the coins
Yep.
so I can buy
it.
swag.
Yep.
Right? I need to get the drip, dude.
Yeah. So eventually
Yeah.
you're gonna get into a match, and this is the map that's currently being used for ranked matches, and it's helpful to know kind of what to do, what some of the people are doing, and so you'll load into the game. You'll load into into a group of 5. You'll select your character, and then you'll move into a sub screen that you're going to choose a lane while you're selecting your character, and you'll have 3 lanes to choose from. Basically, you'll have the center, you'll have the top, and you'll have the bottom. The top lane is 2 people, the bottom lane is 2 people, and it's 1 person takes the center. And it's
or like 2 can kind of meander in there, but yeah.
Not really. You need to stick to your lanes in order for the team strategy to work. You can't. There's not really much meandering that can, at least in the very beginning.
Play your lane, bro. Play your lane, bro.
Right. Well, here's the thing: if you have a speedster on the team, the speedster should get the middle, and you should only have maybe 1 speedster. When I see 2 speedsters, I'm like, easy win.
Yeah. So and that's good advice. You typically want your speedster to be in the middle. The middle is going to level up a lot faster. In the middle, what you're going to have is 5 mobs. So the middle person is going to start here. They're gonna take out. Is it Natu right there? And then they're going to be able to move into these Baltoys, and then move into the Escavalier and the Exelgor. And at this point, so if you're playing the middle, what you want to do is you want to take out these 2 in the beginning. You'll level up quickly, and you want to kind of keep an eye on what's going on at the top and what's going on at the bottom. Kind of who's doing what. You'll see the player icons, and you kind of want to plan which one of these you go to based on, are they struggling up here? Do they need help? If they're struggling up here, maybe after you take out these 3, you move down here, you take this one, move up here, and then you can move right in and you can help these guys out. Ideally, what you want to do, and you can see the timers here at about the 9:20 mark into the match, or 40-second into the match mark, you're going to get a big spawn up here. So really from the middle, what you take out your Pokemon, you level up, and you go into assist at the top if possible. If they're struggling at the bottom, you move to the bottom. So that's really what you do, really. And we're talking the first minute of the game, the first 2 minutes of the game. This is how things should play out. I don't really want to go too much more. We're not going into a full 10-minute match. We don't have time to deep dive into that.
This is Unite strat right here.
We need to start streaming some Unite though.
We're going to. It's going to happen.
We've solved Pikachu's.
Yeah.
This month we'll get a Degenerate tonight. This month.
So we're gonna do that. Degenerates Unite is too much fun. It's too much fun. So you pick the top lane or the bottom, and you're gonna have a partner, and you and your partner at the start of the match are gonna take down these 2 Pokemon as you advance up. You'll take down these 2, and really what you're trying to do, as you look at the layout of the map and the way the Pokemon are, you're competing for these contested Pokemon in the middle, because on the other side they're coming up. They basically have a mirror, and they're going to be pushing to this middle Pokemon. So in these top and bottom lanes, it's a race to level. It's a race to level. You're pushing back your opponent. You're not really trying to fight your opponent right away. You're just trying to fight for position to level up fastest. At that point, it's a tug of war from side to side, and your side starts leveling up faster than the other side. You're able to push them back a little bit further. All of a sudden, you're knocking out their Pokemon. You're able to get into the goal and score, and that's really the way that the match starts. So I'm not going to get into the 7-minute mark or the 3-minute mark where Reggie Lucky and Reggie Rock spawn. That's a little bit further into the strategy, but I wanted to talk about, for that first minute, what should you do? Oh my God, what do I do with my first time in Pokemon Unite? I had to pick the top lane. What do I do? Well, you're teamed up with your partner and you're trying to level up, and you're just ultimately the priority is level up, score, and then defeat Pokemon. Don't defeat Pokemon. Don't try to fight the other team unless you're battling for the goal or unless you're battling for another Pokemon. So, that's really it with Unite. I'm a little sad Phil isn't here because Phil's been playing a lot of Pokemon Unite.
Phil is very good. Phil and I, one night on stream, he's like, well, we got to keep playing because we haven't lost. We won like 6 or 7 games in a row. He is a fantastic Ninetales. Me and him at Slowbro, you guys can just put us on whatever lane and we'll hold it, and then we'll win. If Eric's in the middle, if you have a competent 5-man crew, you can cruise through some games, but it's hard because this is what I don't like. Eric's rank he's at a master rank right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm at veteran or something, so I'm like 4-way, I think. I should get to play with them still in ranked. Like, it should be about how many games you have played, not about the rank at a certain point. You know, like, okay, I played enough games. I want to play with this guy. This guy, like, I don't like that. I don't like it.
I appreciate that. So Shelby, Unite. Degenerates Unite is fun. We're gonna set something up in the future, and we're gonna try to bring you along.
Shelby's the biggest degenerate I know. So.
You know, like, so like when that game initially launched, I like got into it for a little while and played like a very little bit, probably like only 5 to 10 matches, I think is what my gamer card looked like when I logged back in when you guys were hot on it. And then like they had me on an all Pikachu's match, and I was just like, I have no idea what's going on.
You did
I don't
one of
know why I'm
those?
Pikachu. What was that?
You did one of those?
I did one of those. And I think I played like 1.5, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. And then I went back to Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda's really good. Those like little rank quick matches, those gimmick matches suck. The actual game. Did you play Dota or League of Legends at all? What's your like?
I played just enough. Like I understand it. I used to play StarCraft, and then got in a few Dota matches where I got shamed out of playing those types of games. I think I played like maybe 5 rounds of what's the Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, that's fun. The Blizzard one.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Here's the beauty of the Pokemon Unite one. No voice. There is a voice. You can turn it off. No one expects you to use voice. You usually use voice via Discord instead. So,
but I've been so poisoned that I know they're mad at me. I know they're yelling at me behind their switches.
But you know, a lot of people that yell are really the bad players. It only hurts when you know they're right. Like, oh, I am bad at this game.
I do appreciate the fact that you don't really have to worry about leveling your character, and I think that's a big part of those other MOBAs.
Oh, that's actually, I think, evolving. So you want to level up to a certain level quick, and then kind of coast and score. The game can turn tides too. If it's a close game, like it can be won in the matter of seconds at the end.
But do you choose like your power-ups? Like, do you power up?
Yeah,
okay.
You can. You can preset them.
I need to go replay the tutorial, I think.
Yeah. Now the flow of the game is really important to understand, and the way you don't play the first minute the way you play
minute 5,
minute 6, minute 5. You don't play that minute 4. There's really a pace to it that's it's a little nuanced, and you kind of get a feel for it. So I wanted to move into the number 3 moment.
Let's do it
for the last year of the Pokemon Hour. And Shelby, it's me and you.
Oh, we got a winner.
How did this happen?
Chicken dinner.
Let's find out what happened.
Oh, right.
That's right. That's a very pretty card.
I like that Eric told you already too. It's like, hey, it wasn't really that bad, actually.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason that I remember it being that way is because it was the first time Eric had tried the like special pull packs. What do you call them?
Oh, like the theme boxes?
Rated 10?
It graded a 10.
So show me. In hindsight, that's a pretty amazing job there.
Dude, what kind of cash will that thing bring you?
Between 120 and 150 right now.
What?
So yeah, for the $100 pack with the $15 grading fee at the low end, we made $5. But it was a fun night. Mystery packs they're bound to disappoint. Mystery anything is just bound to disappoint. And
if you set your expectations low, you still want to. You can still.
So I do want to mention before we move into these packs, I do want to mention that I talked about opening those mystery theme boxes earlier, and I'm going to be moving away from that, and I'm actually going to be moving towards a segment on this show where I actually, instead of opening a Neo Genesis mystery box, I'm gonna actually do a review of the set, and I'm gonna look into things, and instead of doing the mystery box format, I might rip a pack. I might look into something like that, pick up a few graded cards, pick up some loose cards, just do a bit deeper dive into the set. I don't think those mystery boxes really do justice to to a lot of those old school sets. So I've got some ideas in the works and to kind of to highlight some of those older sets and
trying new things. It sounds like
try new things and honestly get better value for money. That's a big part of it. So we're going to move into 5 more packs of 151 here, which
let's do it.
These have been just beyond fire tonight. These are I couldn't be happier. Charizard, Flareon, are you kidding me?
Dude, maybe this is the master pack like you were talking about.
God pack.
God pack.
God, wouldn't that be something?
Shelby, was that your family's drink in your fraternity? Like in your family fraternity tree? Was it? Were you in the 151 clan?
No, Royal.
Okay, I was in the 151 clan. I was like, oh, good. When I was like, this is lighter fluid. Lovely. All right.
It's like, oh, my body doesn't like rum. Okay, drink it anyway. Sweet.
Oh, it's pure rubbing alcohol? Okay, that's excellent. Let's do it. No, I don't mind. I actually don't mind 151 in a cocktail, but wouldn't be my first go-to either.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been drinking a ton, and I'm going on a trip where I'm going to be asked to drink a bunch, and I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I think I'm just going to show up and drink water and lemonade the entire time.
Are you going on a bachelor party?
In the corner, yeah, essentially, and it's going to be something. So I think I'm just going to pretend like I'm drinking more than I'm actually drinking. That's my game plan.
Okay.
There you go.
What if I drink Liquid Death? Does that pass as beer?
Oh, we got the Charmeleon.
That's a cool Charmeleon.
I don't know if that's a great idea.
So check out. So
to go with it.
He's in the canyon there.
The Charmander is my favorite, though.
Oh, do I have? I might have it.
If you have the Charmander, ooh, that's cool.
That's a cool Mewtwo.
But no, that Charmander, it's Charmander with his face in a window, staring at a Pidgey that he can't kill. It's like your cat.
That's not the Charmander.
It's a really good card.
That's not the Charmander from this set. Do I have? I have a bunch of. I always have just cards stacked to the side. It's ridiculous.
Dude, you just got cards ready to go. I have some cards over here as well. Would you like to see mine?
I would love to see your cards.
I would love to see you crack open that Lord of the Rings one.
Here's my 90s baseball cards that my kids have sat on and destroyed.
Oh no!
I don't think any of these are worth anything though.
I've got a bunch of Favre cards from back in his heyday that are
loved yourself
still in really good condition. I don't have it off. I don't have it right now, but
the people in Mississippi do not agree with you, sir. Oh man,
dude, I'm going to the preseason game this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are you? Fun. You going with your wife?
Yep. We were gifted some tickets, so I'm pretty excited about that. That's on Thursday, so 2 days from today.
Nice. The Seahawks should be very good.
Yep, playing with the Vikings. They're gonna go play a little scrimmage with their Vikings.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Everyone's got to understand. I actually like preseason because you see some young guys trying to earn a spot.
There he is in EX form.
Wow, the double Zard.
We got double Zards in this box. We got 2 Charizards and the Charmeleon.
Dang.
I gotta say that looks really cool.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
How disappointed were you guys when he's fire flying, not fire dragon? No, what? I remember that as a kid. Oh. But then you could actually fly on them. You're like, all right, this is cool.
Did they even have Dragon back in the day? Wasn't that really
Dragonite? Dragonite was the only Dragon Pokemon in the original game, Dragonair. So they're like, hey, we have this type, but there's only one Pokemon that's that. You're like, oh, okay. Cool.
Yep.
And then you fight the Dragon Trainer who has Charizards and not dragons, things that look like dragons. And you wonder, okay, what is this thing weak to besides dragon? And you find out ice. You're like, oh, yeah, I got a chance. Blastoise was king in that fight.
Dude, look at that Dugong.
Dugong?
That's probably Dugong's best card. Probably Dugong's best card. That's unfortunate.
Indeed.
All right, let's get the little
fossil
action. An Electrode.
That Charizard is a big pull. It's it's bigger than the Blastoise one, right? I know you like Blastoise because it's a personal preference in the games, but Charizard's always worth more.
It's anytime you pull a big Charizard, and that's a big Charizard. It's a good thing as a collector. It's at some point I'm going to do an actual like collector tier list that outlines what the best Pokemon are to collect in terms of value, but I don't need to make a tier list.
Would it need to be a tier list? Couldn't it just be a clear ranking because there's actually a numeric value to it?
It depends on the card, man. It depends on the card. Chansey has one of the most expensive cards, and I would not describe Chansey as a highly collectible Pokemon.
True.
So it kind of depends. It's Umbreon is a highly collectible Pokemon in terms of its Umbreon cards get high value. That's cool. Farfetch'd.
Yeah.
Moltres. All right, so that's got a 5 there, gentlemen.
55. Right.
So I want to move into here real quick. Is I want to do a little review because I've been playing this game. I've been talking to Casey about this game. He won't bite.
No,
Casey won't bite.
I'm not a sucker.
He's not a sucker. Pokemon Sleep.
What is this?
It's the dumbest thing I have ever seen Nintendo do. It's just like I include it with like Pokemon Cafe, like some web browser game. It's so dumb. It's like, oh, let's give Pokemon my sleeping data. Now, are they trying to do it because they want people to sleep and be healthy? Sure. Or are they just trying to get their people to wake up and be like, I need more Pokemon?
It's because people like me are going to see Pokemon and go, oh, I'll give it a try.
Fool.
I am a fool. And I'll tell you what, because I have been playing Pokemon Sleep.
Have you sleeping better?
No. I will say something that you mentioned, Casey, that the phone being plugged in all night, reading your sleep data could be a potential fire hazard. When I grab that phone, when my alarm goes off,
is it like 100 degrees?
It is so hot.
I saw that coming.
It's so damn hot. It worries me. It bothers me.
Yeah. I said it to Eric. I not just know. I was like, when I read it, I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen to an Android or iPhone. Like, I don't like letting my phone charge overnight anymore.
I do not understand the point of Pokemon Sleep. I do not.
What does it do? What does it do? You just open the app and go to sleep?
Yes. I'm going to try to explain the game, which is you're going to say, what's the point? And I'm not going to have an answer. You log into the game, and the game centers around Snorlax, and who's one of the greatest Pokemon of all time. And Snorlax, it just loafs around all day, and there are Pokemon that just kind of hang out near him that collect berries, and you tap the Pokemon, and they give you the berries, and then you collect the berries, and then you feed Snorlax, and when it's bedtime, you go to sleep, and you earn experience points, and somehow it levels up the Snorlax, but you just do the same damn thing every day. I don't get it. I don't know why I'm playing Pokemon Sleep. I don't know why anybody...
You're a Mark, dude.
I'm
in the WWE terms, you're a Mark.
I'm a fanboy, and I don't need to know what the game is about in order to give it a try. I'm a fanboy. I'm okay with admitting it, Casey.
You're a different F word, and that's fool. That's what you are.
So, Pokemon Sleep, if you're curious, don't bother. Don't waste your time. I will say the positive is, because I've got the habit of when it's time to go to sleep, sometimes I'll just play on my phone for too long. When you hit go to sleep and you put your phone down, it's like, all right, I'm going to sleep.
I'm playing a video game.
It kind of
you're trying to trick yourself.
Yes, you're playing a video game while not playing a video game. It's interesting.
Shelby, here's a question for you. Snorlax. When you think of what animal it's like related to, as in like what is it based off of? What is the real life animal that you would correlate Snorlax to?
Obesity.
Oh, beast? Yeah, he's definitely a beast, dude. No, I don't know if you like what animal, like real animal.
Yeah, obesity. He's American.
Definitely American Pokemon. No, like
no, he's like an overgrown dog pillow. He's essentially put together by a company that's like, yeah, we're definitely going to turn this guy into a pillow and sell 1,000 of them.
Yeah, he's a cat, dude. He's
not a cat.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. So there is a shirt that they did when the Pokemon had like their high-end shirts, which someone tried to save those designs. I was always looking at those shirts. They're actually really well done. But that's a different discussion. And there's a thing where they're like, if you Google Pokemon cats and they had a cat shirt, Snorlax is part of that branding.
I had no idea.
But now you know, and knowledge is half the power.
Knowledge is half the power, and I have the power to move us into. How was that for a segue, Casey?
Thank you. Good. I give it a 9.
A 9. Move us into the number 2 moment from the Pokemon Hour of the last year, and this was with Phil, and I wish he was with us tonight. Appreciate he's got something else going on tonight. Hopefully I
forgot to say this. Shelby, we told Parker that you were getting the extended leg surgery that people get where like they get their legs broken. I was like, yeah, Shelby can't be it tonight. I said, if you did not know, Shelby's a short king, and he is getting the leg extension surgery, and then the first like 30 seconds of the show, we're watching videos on YouTube of people getting their legs broken and like trying to grow.
Did he believe you? Was he just like, oh?
He's like, you're lying, right? Like he kind of, I no-sold it as best as I could. Very just like matter of fact. I did it very like dry. I think it was pretty funny how I said it. I was really proud of myself. He's like, that's not real. I was like, yeah. And Eric was like, what are you talking about? What is this thing?
So
Phil is also getting that surgery.
Yeah, Phil is getting that surgery. So Phil is moving from 5'1" to 5'5", and money well spent, in my opinion. And I just, I wish he was here tonight. God, that was ridiculous. Yes. So I wish he was here tonight because he was responsible. He was with me for the number 2 moment in the last year of the Pokemon Hour, and let's just live it. Let's live it.
I really like that episode with Phil because he's giving you price breakdowns as you're going. It was. It was. Phil's the man.
Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes.
That's an emote in our Discord for people to.
That's awesome.
That's a cool card. Team Aqua is far better than Team Magma, but that's a cool card. You're a Ruby guy. I know.
I'm a Ruby guy, and that was the first time I saw that card. I had to have it. I had to have it in my collection. I had to pull it. Unfortunately, the best it could get was the Near Mint 8, which is understandable because there's some, I don't know if you can
damage.
See it's not really damage. Damage would be like a bend, but you can kind of see a little white, some whitening on the corner there. There was a little whitening on that corner. So just a little, it sat in the wrong pack for a little too long. Again, you see 2015. So this pack was 8 years old. Who knows what a pack goes through in 8 years?
Yeah.
So it could have been worse. I mean, one way or another, I'm so happy to have it in my collection. And there it is, number 2. I love this card. I love this card. And even in a Near Mint 8, this is still about $100, $120.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Double Crisis is a super limited set. And we're going to move into these last 5 packs. And then I've got a little bit of a finale plan for the show.
I know we've kind of taken you a bit on a ride, Eric. Thank you for letting us talk about.
No, I love it.
Our new segment, Jack in the Pod, or what do we call it?
Jack in the Pod.
Podcast jacking.
So unfortunately, I think that the best pulls in the box are.
You know what? I got the hat. The hat's bringing the thunder, dude. You know, I brought
This
the
is a
thunder.
god box, right? How many more do we need
Yeah.
for it to be a god box?
It's one pack. It's a god pack.
The God pack.
The God-
What if you had a God box though?
Oh, it's
Oh
a
my
pack.
god, it would be
So-
a pack.
No, I saw the Ninja Turtles movie today. Speaking of Jack and the show, and it made good things, good packs. Great movie. Highly recommend. Seth Rogen killed it.
Does he voice act it?
He wrote it. And he's Bebop. He's the warthog guy. But
Better
he
or worse?
wrote it and produced it.
Seth who? Seth whom?
Rogen.
So in terms of Seth Rogen movies,
Super bad.
in terms of Seth Rogen
Pineapple
movies,
Express.
better or worse than Pineapple Express?
Different.
Which one
Different.
would your kids enjoy more?
Right now,
obviously.
TMNT. Maybe later. It's just different. They're both
When they're
Pineapple
13,
Express, great
Pineapple
movies.
Express.
And there's a
Ooh,
Zapdos
Zapdos.
CX.
He's the one that goes, right? That's Seth Rogen.
Yes. He has that big laugh. Knocked Up is another great Seth Rogen movie. I think that's
It
Judd
was a great
Apatow.
movie.
Knocked Up is funny.
I don't know why, but I always get Seth Rogen and Joe Rogan confused.
Very
know.
different people.
I know.
I
Very
think
different.
I think Seth Rogen would be happy about that. I think Joe Rogan would not. I don't
Yeah.
know that. Actually, you know what? I don't know.
Joe
I
would
don't
probably
know.
be like, whatever, and he'd be counting his money.
Joe Rogan would Joe Rogan have Seth Rogen on his podcast?
That's the thing. I think I would like to see that mashup.
I feel like Seth Rogen just kind of stumbled into success, but he's probably a really hard worker.
Oh no,
it just
he's a
seems
really
like
good
he
writer.
just shows up and rolls. Yeah.
He's a good writer. He writes a lot of things. I mean, Sausage Fest was a horrible movie.
That's a cool
that he's
sand
done.
slash.
Sand Slash. I like Alone Sand Slash better than regular Sand Slash, even though its typing sucks. But it's kind of cool typing. But no, he's done a lot of good stuff. Superbad's a great movie too, and he wrote that. And
There's Chansey. Tell me that's not an awesome Chansey, Casey.
that's cool. I like Chansey.
Chansey was arguably the hardest catch.
So my mom, my thing is on our phone. I have all my close friends. Like Shelby, when he calls me, a Pokemon comes up. When you call me, a Pokemon comes up. I have it for my mom. I have it for people in my family. Right? My mom's like, "You do this?" I was like, "Yeah." Show what Pokemon I have. And I showed her, and she's like, "What the hell?" Because I'm like, "It's the nurse Pokemon." She goes, "She's fat." I was like, "She's the nurse Pokemon." I just kind of went back to it, and then yeah, I felt so bad. I had to change it to a different nice nurse type Pokemon, but I was like, "Damn it, mom." I'm not saying you're fat.
Dude, what would be the most offensive Pokemon that you could
Snorlax.
give somebody? Snorlax?
Or Garbodor, like he just makes someone a
Garbodor,
pile of
definitely.
garbage.
Garbodor's up there.
Wheezing.
Wheezing. That's for your smoker friend who smokes
Yeah,
2
I
packs a
do.
day.
I have
Yeah.
one in there. Gary.
Gary.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Gary B.
He's a Galarian wheezing.
Dude, he's Gary B. Instead of Gary B, I'm gonna start calling him Gary B.
Okay. So this is the last pack of 151, and I'm not going to be upset if this doesn't have anything in it because the 151's been awesome to us tonight.
It's gonna be it. It's gonna be the banger right here.
Oh, I would be
Triple
just-
Charizard.
I mean,
Or if he gets the little baby Charmander one, that'd be sick.
or if this is the God pack.
No.
Which won't be. Nope. There's Snorlax. There's Drowsy. Haven't seen Drowsy tonight.
I always have
Staryu.
like those God packs talk about like some 8-year-old kid gets it and
Oh.
like his head explodes. Is that the reverse Master Ball?
No, that's just a regular reverse.
Oh, okay. That's cool though.
I mean, that'd be an awesome regular reverse. And we end with the Vaporeon. We end with the Vaporeon, and I'm just going to do a quick little poll recap.
Please do.
I would love to make sure I've got everything here. So yeah, we got the Venusaur,
Nice.
we got the Zapdos, we've got the Dragonair, we've got the Alakazam, we've got the Ninetales. Let me see here as we hit the Caterpie, the special art Caterpie,
Mm-hmm.
Charmeleon.
I like that card.
I like that card a lot too. Our Master Ball tonight was the Flareon.
The worst of the EVs, but still a cool card.
but it's an evolution, so it
love
automatically
it.
gets a collectability bump.
People love them. They're Eevees.
We get the regular Charizard EX, and our pull of the night. Our pull of the night was the special artwork, the special art rare Charizard EX.
Beautiful.
Just an amazing looking card. So happy for that right there. That was
a killer pool, dude.
That was killer boots, man. So I want to, if you will, just bear with me here. Give me.
No, Shelby and I are excellent at filling time.
We can do
Shelby, are you gonna do any shows in the next coming weeks? Obviously, we're trying to get you committed to a game night. We might get that going.
Dude, that's just it. I'm on summer break, and it's feeling hard to like throw one of those together. It seems like over the last 3 weeks, it's been like, oh yeah, no, this week will be the week, and then I get to Thursday, and it's like, nope. So TBD.
TBD. If you want, I can throw a game night together on Thursday if you don't want to put a show, so we can talk. We'll talk off air.
Yeah,
we'll talk behind the scenes.
We can do something Thursday. I probably won't be doing anything Thursday because that is
the game, right?
My birthday, and I'm going to the Seahawks game. So.
Well, that was the big thing. I forgot you're an August birthday. Happy birthday!
I'll be drunk in Seattle that night. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Daddy sodas. It'll be my kid's first game in terms of football, so we will teach them the ways of the pigskin come Thursday night.
So, Eric, what have you made here? No, go back to that. I want to see this.
Hold on, I messed up. I messed up what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure it out.
Eric,
I'm the very best, as no one ever was.
I'm doing my best.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
So
I'm excited.
So I scoured the streets. I scoured the internet. I looked. I did my best. Actually, no, keep us all in here.
Okay. I just want to give the picture.
No, I appreciate it. And I interviewed a lot of people, a lot of folks out there and around the Pokemon world, the Pokemon universe. And I asked one question: what are the Underpowered crew, the three of us, and Phil, if we were Pokemon rivals, who would we be? Who would we be? And let's just get into this here. Phil is undoubtedly Barry. 31% of our voters voted Phil as Barry.
Barry, okay.
You got 31% of the overall vote. Phil being Barry. And I don't think I need to explain why.
I think you do, though. What is it about? No?
I don't need to. 31%. He got 31% of the vote for Barry.
Barry's a good dude, just like Phil.
Barry's an awesome
good,
rival.
Positive energy.
Gen 4. He pushes you as a rival.
Yeah. And he's your buddy. Yeah. He's like, hey, battle, dude.
Shelby, 36% of the voters chose Shelby as Wally.
Wally.
This is the kid with asthma that gets a Ralts.
I
get the character whose arch nemesis is stairs. Great.
Yeah.
Shelby, you got green hair though, bro. You got green hair. So Shelby gets 36% of the vote at Wally.
Where's Wally from? Where's he come from?
Wally is from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. It's because you get May as your neighbor and you kind of battle her, but Wally actually gets stronger, and he's in the remakes Ruby, Omega Ruby, he gets a Gallade that can Mega Evolve. He causes some challenges for the game, and he overcomes his sickness because he's down with it, and great character.
I love it.
41% voted Casey as Hal.
Wow.
41%.
Eric's a Hal hater, but I love Hal.
No, I love Hal. 41% of the people know Casey's love for the Pacific Islander. If you are Samoan, Casey just loves you.
Mm-hmm.
Casey just loves you.
We're friends automatically. I'm like, what's up, dude?
Yeah, he loves you. He does. So Casey is Hal. And you know what, dude? Hal is always happy. And that's something I got to say about you, Casey, is is even if you lose in battle, when Hal loses in battle, he is sad for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, gotta move on.
He's done with it. He's done with it.
Is that a puka shell that he's wearing?
Dude, let's bring poop shells back. Is that what I'm hearing right now?
34% of our voters, and I don't know how these percentages add up, but chose me as B.
I think they messed up because you're definitely the redheaded rival from Pokemon Gold and Silver because you have red hair.
I don't know. Bede is definitely the jerk of the rivals. He's a big time jerk. A-hole if you
Dude,
want to.
Bede's got a house coat on. Are you gonna wear a house coat from here forward?
Bro,
are you gonna get a perm?
Look at. I wish I had that option. I wish I had that option. So yeah, this is what our the people have spoken.
Community of people.
Yes. What does it mean? I don't know. What do those percentages add up to? I don't know. I didn't do the math. I don't have any idea what it means.
It's well over 100, but continue. It's fine. Well, I mean, unless they voted individually, right?
As our friend Steve Austin here says, no, it wasn't Steve Austin. It was The Rock who says it doesn't matter.
A pity the fool.
It doesn't matter.
So let's move. Let's kind of let's get the last thing going here. I wanted to share the number one moment from the Pokemon Hour of the last year. Show 1, open a 6-pack. You can watch all of the full shows that I've shown these clips from on our YouTube page at Underpowered. Was it Underpowered TV? Underpowered. Yeah, you can check all the these full clips. This was from Show 1, the first 6-pack, immortalized.
The initial idea, right? Like, hey, let's just open 6 random packs.
This was
Hop in, trying to figure it out, and
we have no idea what's going.
Is it the Doug Trio? It is the Doug Trio. Diglett hype.
Diglett dig.
But then Diglett brings Diglett from 8-hour thing. The Mega Venusaur EX.
Oh, that's right.
The first cool pull. And what's that graded at these days, Eric?
What's that?
What's that graded at these days?
What's that graded at? What's that graded at, you ask?
Yes.
A 10.
A 10.
Wow.
That was a Gem Mint 10 from the first episode. A Gem Mint episode it was. The first 6-pack. We had it. Not the most valuable card in my collection. This is probably like $70. This is actually the least valuable card from the top 5. But in terms of what it set the stage for many more great polls to come, many more fun moments on the Pokemon Hour, many more great memories, and I want to end the show on that. Great memories because of great people. It's you guys in the chat, you guys checking us out, and it's you two who are joining me tonight, Shelby, Casey. It's been a lot of fun being a part of Underpowered. You guys have put in a lot of work before I hopped on and said, hey, I'm just gonna rip some Pokemon packs and drink beer. So I appreciate what you guys have done.
Saved your life. I feel like.
you guys did.
The path for you.
I mean, I don't think you can say that. He can say that.
But no,
I'm saying it. We definitely saved this guy. So we're doing the Lord's work here.
We are. And shout out to Spool in the chat. Appreciate you, Spool, bringing the Diglett hype. But no, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate what you guys have let me kind of do and let me do my own thing. Yes. Let me get away with and kind of bend the rules and not give me too much shit over it. So, that's the one that cheers to 1 year. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to the chat. You guys got anything you want to shout out to this week, next week coming up in Underpowered?
No, just our YouTube channel, man. Let's keep people, if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And our
for sure.
podcast
I mean, I was pretty hot on shorts there for a while. I think we're trying to hit 500K. Like, I have a breakdown and a spreadsheet that's looking pretty promising.
I mean, we did. We hit that lifetime wise, but I get what you're saying within the year.
Year to date, yeah, and year to date, I think we're on track. I think I have it broken down by day. There's a lot of numbers, but keep following, keep sharing. We appreciate you guys being part of the community for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just that's us. That's Underpowered.
That's all, folks.
Nothing else to say. So the normal time for me is Thursdays. I think I am going to have an episode next week. Kind of roll out the first of this series that's going to be taking a look at some of the different sets and a little bit of a deeper look. Yeah, I'll be doing that next week. So look forward to that. Look forward to everything we've got going on. As Casey said, check out the YouTube page. Closing in on 800 subscribers on YouTube. So tell your wife, tell your kids, tell your cousins, tell everybody.
Don't tell your kids. We don't want kids in here.
No, tell your kids to watch Underpowered. Tell your kids to watch the Pokemon Hour. I have great messaging, great messages, all kinds of fun stuff coming up. Thanks for checking us out tonight. See you in a week.
Yeah.
Happy 1 year. Peace, guys.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.